Alright, we should be live now. Hey, what's up, everyone? Happy Wednesday. What is everyone up to? Oh, man. Yeah, so Jason Whitmer asks, any other PAX Westers this weekend? Did anyone else go to PAX this weekend? I was there. I was there with actually Jason and a few other people. And yeah, so we hung out and did PAX things, but I don't know how many people in this chat are actually usually, or that are usually in the stream chats are from Washington State. And then of the people from Washington State, how many people would have attended? Rflet says, man, I saw a video from Gamers Nexus that Newegg is pulling shenanigans again by putting fake benchmarks on the GPUs they're trying to sell. I think I remember seeing that. That's not like a new video, right? It's yeah. A lot of the benchmarks that you see, whether it be from that Newegg thing or from pre-built companies, they don't give a lot of details. They usually just say like, oh, you could play, let's say like Fortnite at 100 FPS, but they're not like at what settings or what resolution. So usually take those with a grain of salt and do your own research. But people just make computers and don't play games on them. I feel like some people are like that. Hey, what's up, Philip Tran? Howdy, 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 howdy. What's up, PR Tech? What's up, Cleon? Hey, what's up, Chris? I mean, I'm feeling good now. I basically feel 100%. The only thing is I got all these rashes on me. Still. I don't know. I'm hoping these go away. I'm not trying to have this stuff on my body for the rest of my life, so yeah. But I'm feeling good otherwise, though. It's not itchy, it doesn't hurt, it's just there, so yeah. Thanks for asking, though. Hey, what's up, Richard? What's up, what's up, what's up? Cleon, I don't know what happened. After the LAN party, which by this point was like over a month ago, I got a bunch of mosquito bites, and then somehow I think I got a weird reaction from getting a bunch of mosquito bites that made my body, like, my skin inflame, so like the next video, which is gonna be coming out Friday, whether or not StockX responds, the final scene, because how much time had passed, is gonna be me recording with a bunch of these rashes on my face. What would be a good GPU to put with an i5 11400F? I would say a 6600 XT, 6600. Or just the RTX 3060 if you want to pay a little bit more, but yeah. What game? So right now, the game that I'm going pretty hardcore on is Wrath of the Lich King Classic. So I'm playing WoW again. Yay! So I took a break. I played Vanilla Classic WoW. I didn't play Burning Crusade, and now I'm playing Wrath of the Lich King with a group of people. So that's fun. But yeah. Yeah. So regarding all this, so I finally set up the appointment with the specialist. It's in November. That's how far out it is. So it's yeah, it's pretty bad. The health, just like healthcare in general, is kind of struggling to keep up with the demand and everything. So yep, that's what it is. Uh-oh, what happened? Hey, what's up, Eduardo? Did you see the Apple event? No. So I haven't had an iPhone since the iPhone 4. After the iPhone 4, I switched over to Android and hasn't gone back. So I honestly don't usually follow the Apple event. Are you guys interested in anything from it? Isn't it just, what do they usually announce? New MacBooks, new MacBook Pros and iPhones? Sick with the sore throat, bro, and you. Hopefully it's nothing too serious, but yeah, my sore throat finally went away. My dry throat finally went away. So apparently iPhone or Apple event is new phone, new watch, and AirPods today. So all the mobile stuff. Okay. I think if anything, the phone would be the only thing I'm really interested in. I don't see how they could really innovate more on like AirPods or the watch, but maybe so. But on the phones, it's more like, all right, what new features coming? Isn't the new phone features, or you know, the one where you can take a picture and you can click on like a subject and it clips out the background? Is that already released, or is that coming out on the new generation of stuff, which they're covering at this event? I think that's the coolest thing from like what I've seen from Apple. The how good it can cut out a subject. Like, I think it's using AI or something. It's software and it's in beta. Yeah, I would. So to help me make thumbnails, I would probably use my wife's iPhone to solely take pictures and do that, because I think that's so useful. Hey, what's up, Shauner? Saw, dude. Kevin Ngo says smartphones equals plateau. No need features in general now. You're still rocking a OnePlus 7 Pro. Yeah, I mean, I think my phones, I've been making them last longer and longer in recent years. I usually can make them go like 3 to 4 years without having any issues. And if I do upgrade, it's usually because I found a good deal on it, not because my phone's actually like falling apart or anything. So, yeah. Brian Rose has a $60 phone from Walmart. Hey, so I mean, if it works for you, it works. Okay, so Kevin Ngo found a good deal, but unfortunately it's sold out. So taking a look here, we do have the Ryzen 5 5600, which I do have a build coming up with using this processor. But yeah, this is there's a promo code bringing it down $60, level up 226, but it is currently sold out. You can't, it doesn't even look like you can even put a back order in on it, but this is a crazy good deal. Yeah, so I mean, you know how we've been complaining that AMD didn't release any Ryzen 3s this generation, true Ryzen 3s, not, we don't count the 4100. But like, there's no Ryzen 5000 series that was available to, except for I think to OEMs. But something like this at $100, it is the price of what a Ryzen 3 would be, and this is a crazy good deal. You can pair this with like a B450 motherboard or something, and you got yourself a pretty cheap, capable combo. So, yeah. Yeah, so I don't know, but I think with the release of, or with the upcoming release of the AMD processors, we are going to see the previous generation go on sale quite a bit. So it might not be as good as like $100, but we will probably see this lower in price from its typical like $160, $150. So wait, the Pixels can do the cutting out, smart cutout thing? Maybe there's another app out there for Android. I've never looked, but with iPhone, it's gonna be like built in, right? Not like a third-party app. Shauner wears his phone out in like 2 years. Dang. You bought a 5800X last week for $245. Yeah, those were going for pretty cheap. Cheaper if you buy it used. You can save another like $30 on that 5800X. Oh no, they went away. So it's 245 right now, and if we look at the new and used offers, the ones that we were seeing them for like 216 or something like that. Wow, people must have snatched all those up because they do look like they're gone. So yeah, the 5600 is very solid though. NSDC says, "Hey man, just got a 1270K. Basically, no reason. I think PBO was making 5800 XPC restart when gaming. Well, I mean, when you turn off Precision Boost Overdrive, did it stop restarting? Because then that would be it. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Kryptonic, Luis?" Holding a fart. Thoughts on Costco food? Costco food is really good. It is easy to get sick of though. Like, at that one point, we were going to Costco every single week, which I think is too much. Now we've been going every like 2 to 3 weeks. But when we were going every single week, like every weekend, I would get sick of Costco food because I, for the most part, just eat either. Well, there's chicken bake, hot dog, and pizza are the 3 go-tos for me. And just cycling between them, yeah, I can get sick of that really fast. Yeah, so at PAX this weekend, I did meet up with Jawa, people, Death Tech, and Pengloss. So Death Tech will actually be in the video that I'm doing from PAX, and then yeah, Jason is also gonna be in that video. Oh. Thanks for the reminder, Jason. Was MXR review, or was it? Yeah, MXR reviews. Were they there? I did not know they were there. Philip Tran, has anyone used the B660 LJ 1700 motherboard yet? I'm debating on getting one for my next upgrade. Wait. I had a B550 for AM4 platform, loved it. Not sure if it's worth buying that or a Z690. Wait, what are you upgrading? You have Philip. You have the AM4 B550. What processor do you have again? I guess if you're on a current AMD platform, why would you side grade to Intel current gen and not like a newer generation that's coming up? Upgrade, yeah, so I would keep your B550 and just upgrade. I mean, we're seeing prices go down for like 5800X, 5600, 5600X. I would see if you could keep that and upgrade from the 3600, but I wouldn't switch off completely to Intel because you already have a working motherboard where you can just pop in a new chip. Unless you, for whatever reason, after you've done your research, you know, and you really wanted to go to Intel, but I can't see a reason why if you're already on AM4 with B550. I would save money. YG says, "Hey, I spotted you at PAX on Saturday. Did we interact?" So when I was at PAX, I did run into like 3 people that did recognize me. Oh god, I'm so bad with names, especially after like I interviewed like, I don't know, maybe 50 to 100 people asking them about AMD versus Nvidia. So then too many names gone through my head over the weekend. So yeah, if you did spot me, hopefully you were one of the people that said hi. Okay, yeah, well, I never feel like I'm being bugged if you stop me, so in the future, if you do see me out and about, feel free. Okay, so Pixels do have the AI cutout stuff built in as part of the Google Photos camera app. The ripped APK can work. Okay, I need to look into that. Okay, so for this stream, honestly, as you can see in the background, I do have 2 computers kind of taken apart. These are the Phoenix PC builds, so I've already recorded all of that. I need to get that edited. But in terms of like hands-on stuff, for this stream, I didn't have any specific like thing I wanted to do, just because right now, as you can see in the title, the PC tech space is kind of, I feel like it's stagnant. Sure, we got news of AMD Ryzen 7000 series, and then like a little teaser of the 7000 series GPUs, but the AM5 7000 series CPUs are coming up in a little bit here. But until they're actually released and available to the public, there's not much to talk about or do. So for this stream, I'm down for doing whatever you guys want to do. We can do like a budget build, we could price hunt, we could help people out if they have any problems through the Twitter stuff, which if you do have anything, feel free to post the Twitter stuff right now, because yeah, other than that, it's just more like just hanging out, you know, typical Wednesday night stream. I'm trying to keep my streak up, trying to hit that 1 year mark of never missing a Wednesday stream. But yeah, tech news is pretty stagnant, so you guys are gonna kind of drive the chat tonight. Eduardo, okay, what did Eduardo say? Oh, feel free to like repost the question if you have it. I wouldn't consider it spamming. It's only if you spammed it like 3 or 4 times. But all right, what did you say? I need to scroll back up to see if I can find it. Eduardo, where are you at in the chat? Yeah, can you post it again? I cannot find you scrolling up. Price out 600, 800. All right, let's do that. Good idea. Let's do 600 first and see what we can do. Are we trying to do all new parts or used as well? Because that's going to make a big difference on what you can get in each of those price points, actually. Oh, LTT screwdriver. That's a good poll time. I'm curious how many people. All right. Okay, yeah, I think all new makes it a lot easier, Shauner, just because then we, yeah, if we do all new, then we don't have to leave PC Part Picker, whereas the other one you have to go to eBay and then, or OfferUp, and it kind of throws a wrench in it. So, all right, for $600 full time, so I mean, I wouldn't expect like a ton of people to buy it, but the fact that we have about 20% of people who did buy one, what made you want to buy it? I need to pick one up, but I think I'm gonna wait a little bit, cause I'm gonna wait till they're basically readily available instead of these batches. So yeah, I'm in the same boat, Shauner. The screwdriver looks good, but I already have one. Okay. So you have a questions about the i5 1038 NG7 10th gen, good for a laptop. I mean, that's just like a mobile i5, right? From 10th gen. That is a weird SKU of a laptop CPU that I haven't seen specifically, but I would think so. 10th gen. Is this on it's a 2020 MacBook Pro. Okay, so that sounds about right. I would look specifically at benchmarks for that one, or see if there's any comparisons, just because that's not a common SKU that you'll see. But I mean, it's coming from Apple. It's a MacBook Pro, and they put a 10th gen i5 in it. That doesn't sound like there's any issues there. With laptops in general, there's a lot of different mobile SKUs that you have to dig a little bit more for information on. But I mean, I would think that's just a typical 6-core 12-threaded i5, if I'm not mistaken. Let's take a look, actually. Let's see, i5 1038 NG7. All right, so this is the, oh no, it's 4-core 8 threads. Okay, interesting. Maybe it's because it's mobile. 3.8 turbo. Yeah, I would have to look up like the actual performance numbers of this relative to the desktop counterparts or something like that. But I mean, it's a laptop CPU. You don't get there's not as many choices, especially if you're locked into a MacBook. So. Keith Allen, what do you mean by he said he would take 500? Scam, right? Did I miss something else that you said? Okay, so we're gonna try to do different price point builds, brand new builds at $600. Let me think. I think we're locked into. I wonder if we could do an RTX. Actually, no. Let's see if we could do a 6600 build. We probably can't. I'm just gonna choose the cheapest 6600 because I don't want to go down to RTX 3050 or like a GTX 1660. All right, so let's do the typical stuff. So we're gonna fill out as much as we can. From here, yeah, we'll go with the PNY. So let's see if we can fit $600 and fit an RX 6600 in it. And we have to hit the standards. Like for $600, I'm not willing to compromise and go with like 8 gigabytes of RAM or anything like that. So yeah, we have to at least RAM prices are looking the same as we've seen. We'll go with Vulcan Z's. Oh wait, no, 3000 CL16. We're gonna change that. Okay, yeah, at least 3200. Alright, see what we got here. What's the cheapest 3200 kit? Silicon Power. Alright, we'll go with this one. It's kind of ugly, but no. Silicon Power. Got them alloys. Yeah. I mean, you can choose whatever RAM you want. Usually, they're all about the same price. $45 for 16 gigabytes, 3200 CL16. Aviator says 32 gigabyte is minimum these days. I'm gonna go, yeah, 32 gigabytes is minimum. I'm not sure if I would agree with that, but I mean, for a $600 all new parts build, I don't know if you're gonna be able to fit that in. All right, we're gonna be. I think this might be closer to like 650 or something. I mean, for the CPU, what do we have? If we could have fit that, yeah, 5600G. I don't even know if we can fit 12th gen in here. Let's do 12100F. And we're gonna go stock cooler, and we're gonna choose the cheapest motherboard, which is gonna be these $90. Okay. So there's 4 $90 boards to choose from. 8610, B660. Between these three. I'd probably go with that. But what happened to the price? I can't get it to be 450. We're going AMD Intel here. Okay, I think I'm gonna choose the ASRock. Okay, so it's half coverage on heatsink, but it's not even gonna matter. We have a 1200F in it. They're all the same price anyways. So we'll go with the ASRock Pro RS. All right, we're at $517. What do we have left to build? Citrus is waiting for a Nope screwdriver. Okay, I feel like I started using. Obviously, I didn't invent ratcheting screwdrivers, but I started using ratcheting screwdrivers in my videos and for like the ASMR builds and stuff. And a couple of years ago, people from LTT official staff, they were trying to onboard me for float plane. They mentioned that, like, hey, you did a really good job on your ASMR build, and now I'm thinking, like, wait up, how long have they been working on this screwdriver again? I'm not trying to, like, pat myself on the back here or take credit for anything, but that'd be cool if, for whatever reason, my ASMR ratcheting screwdriver videos are what got Linus to start looking into that. But probably not. They've been working on it for like 3 or 4 years, right? So probably not. Alright, dude, we're gonna have to go basically budget everything else. Okay, we're gonna go with the Thermaltake Smart. No. We're gonna have to at least get, like, there's not that many options here. A PVA Captain. This is where I would say go to EVJB stock, because we're cutting it close, trying to push $600. We're gonna go with power supply prices have kind of gone up. The EVJBA. Okay, Asus Tough. This one would see. We're at the point where, like, every $5 and $10 matter. We're trying to for sure get it under 600. So we're gonna go with this one for $40 for now. We could move stuff around. We're at 557, and then we need a case. I think we might have made it. What's the cheapest case we could get? Oh my goodness, this thing is so ugly. Does anyone think this is a good looking case? The AeroCool case. Okay, so we basically have to pick a $50 case here, and this one's $46. So we might have to go with this. Honestly, at $600, you're not gonna get that much of a choice in terms of cases. So we're coming in at 604. What are we looking at? Do we have everything we need? We got the CPU. We're gonna use the stock cooler. We have 16 gigabytes of RAM. 500 gigabyte SSD. We got ourselves a pretty solid graphics card, 600 watt power supply, and then a case. So this is what a $600 build would look like for me, anyways. I would probably try to go EVJB stock here so that we could save another $10 and then get a different case. Oh, it has like $70 shipping. Let's see. No, I'm seeing it on Amazon for... Oh, jeez. Wow. PC part picker, you need to... Alright, let's get out of here. So everything else should be fine, though. So we had to choose a case. Are there really no cheaper cases in this? Alright, let's take... like, even this ugly DIY PC solo case, which shouldn't be more than, like, $20. This thing, like, it's 40. It's so bad. I built in this case. This is like one of the worst cases I've ever built in, and it's ugly. At least, like, have one thing. You can have aesthetics, but then have you can have aesthetics, or you can have, like, good buildability. But this case has neither. So Newegg will have cheaper. Well, let's see what Newegg has. It might be our motherboard too. If we can go down to a... Here, let me see. If we go to the build, what do we have? No, we have a micro ATX board. So it should have chosen all the... Oh, let's take out the compatibility. So I've noticed that the compatibility filter also sometimes... Nope, never mind. There's no cheaper cases. Would love to hear your opinion on mechanical keyboards as well. Honestly, I don't have a huge opinion on mechanical keyboards. That's a space that I haven't really, like, dove into. I've just chosen one board that fits my needs, which is this right here, because it's wireless. It's being wireless was, like, one of my biggest requirements, but yeah, other than that, no huge opinions on keyboards. That's just not something that I've spent the time to get into the hobby of. Okay, so let's see. Lowest price cases. PC case. We'll look at micro ATX and mids, because I think that's the only thing that we're gonna find anyways. And then I hate it when you go to Newegg. Like, I'm looking for... Yeah, Newegg, the cheapest cases are about 45 bucks. So, okay, we're just gonna have to pick something. I mean, you don't even need a case, technically. You can use it outside of your PC, but we'll pick this thermal take, I think. It's got cooling in the front. Yeah, it doesn't even have a power supply basement. How about this Matrix? This one's not gonna come with any fans. This one doesn't have good options. So we might have to go with... What is the first case that even works? Shauner posting the mock cube. Alright, so we got basically a standard... How, is this showing up here? It's not, is it? Mock cube 110. So I see the black version here, but why is the white one not here? This is what you were saying, how Newegg actually has cheaper cases. Yeah, so we'll go here. We'll go to PC part picker. And we will add a custom case, which I can't do because... Alright, so this is what we're gonna do. Because I'm not logged in, because I'm on incognito mode, so I don't dox myself. We'll put in this Thermaltake Versa, even though there is a case that's $5 cheaper. But for 607 bucks, plus... is there anything else that we could move around here? So we're at 6 after mail-in rebate. I guess 627. I don't think there's much I would really change here. The only way you could get it a little bit cheaper is going like 10th gen. Then you could really get under 600 easily if you go 10th gen i3. But yeah, this is really good performance. This is what pre-built companies would charge you nearly $900 for. Probably $800 to $900. Except most of them don't use RX 6600. So I'm going to share this. So I'm just going to pin that for now. Just in case anyone is interested in seeing what we could have gotten for that, but... There is no cheaper mobile. For the motherboard, the cheapest ones were 90 bucks. It's just because it's 12th gen. Intel motherboards, I think sometimes you can find them on sale. But, actually, let's take a look here. 12th gen Intel motherboard. Let's see if Newegg has anything. Oh, thanks for the reminder for the water. Eduardo asks, typically, how much should someone spend on a PC build? Honestly, I would recommend trying to spend at least 500. When you start going lower than that, you start having to go to sometimes the pre-built office towers or finding really good deals. But I'd say if you want a pretty easy time putting together something that has good performance that will actually last a decent amount of time, I would say try to spend like at least 500 bucks all the way up to however much. But if you only have 500 bucks, buy Series S and Game Pass. Jason, no, it's not the same thing. Some people have all their other friends playing on PCs, and to join your friends, you can't buy an Xbox Series S. Gaming on a low-spec computer versus gaming on like an Xbox, I don't think is like remotely the same. It's like what if they want to play World of Warcraft, right? You can't play that on a Series S. So yeah, I think people who want to get into PC gaming, it's for a specific reason. Otherwise, they would have gone the console route a long time ago. I'd rather... Really? So, that's... Okay. Jason says, I'd rather play alone on a Series S than play on a 1650 and a 4650K. With 500 bucks, you're at least in 10th gen territory. So let me end this poll up here. So not many people bought the LGT screwdriver. Yo, don't call me. I'm just crap talking, man. Yeah, I know you are, you troll. Okay, let's take a look at the lowest price motherboard. 12th gen Intel motherboard. Yeah, so the only other cheaper ones are the $80 ones that PC Part Picker for whatever reason is not picking up. Please don't tell me it deleted my stuff. Yeah, so we could get a well, it's not showing up on here for whatever reason. But it was only 10 bucks to be saved. Going with the 8610, which is like the most bare of motherboards. So I would say spending the 10 extra bucks is worth it. All right, now let's see what would we do to change this to an $800 build. Yeah, PC Part Picker. I mean, it's all automated, right? They must be doing something on the back ends of these different websites to be able to pull the information. I mean, this is on the front end here that's being shown like this. So I'm curious, maybe it's just they don't update it like to the second. Maybe it's like a daily update or something. But hey, what's up, Dylan? 10th gen Intel is expensive for what it is. Wait, really? Did the prices on 10th gen Intel go up? Is this something that I have missed? Intel i3 10100. Let's just see what these cost. Ooh, okay, no, 10100F is still 62 bucks. I mean, I wouldn't. That's almost half the price of. It's not half the price, but it's 60% of the price of a 12th gen, and the motherboards are cheaper too. I mean, this is just because you can buy them used. Like, look at this one, H410 for 60 bucks. For the price of a 12100F, you could almost get a motherboard and a CPU. When you're working to like $400 or $500, that makes a huge difference. I know it being a PC, you can always spend more money and make it last longer, because if you're using it for 3 years, what's spending another 50 or 100 bucks? But you could always 10, 50 bucks your way to like the next upgrade forever and end up with like a way more expensive computer. Yeah, so with the older stuff, you can usually find cheaper used motherboards from like Amazon warehouse. And then let's see. So 10th gen. So let's look at 10700 i7. Yeah, so these are overpriced. Look at these, 250 bucks. I guess you can get a 10700F 200, but at that price point, I'd rather just get like the 5800X when it was on sale before. 12100F is usually 100 bucks, so you never buy 10th gen anymore. Wait, Smash says, aka Bent Pin Warehouse. I've bought quite a few processors and motherboards from Amazon warehouse because it's usually heavily discounted. I've never dealt with a bent pin or like a dead or on arrival, and if I did, I wouldn't even worry about it because Amazon has crazy good like return policy. It's super convenient to print the label out. So yeah. Yeah, Ant Online I've bought a lot of stuff from. I'm not sure if I bought from Ant Online used, but they sell a lot of stuff new too. But this is what Shauner is showing us. Yeah, you can get a Z590 for $70. So imagine getting this. Well, how much are 10400s going for is the question. So 10400s you can get new or used for 99 bucks. Wow. But at that point, the reason you would go for this is if you would want to pair with this cheap motherboard so that you can pair with this. Because obviously a 10400 versus a 12100F, I think a lot of people are going to choose 12th gen just so you can get that upgradability. But I mean, 70 bucks here, and then you would probably... How much are 10600s going for? Because if you're going to get an unlocked motherboard... Wow, look at the 10600Ks. 200 bucks new, but 160 used. Yeah, so the good thing is that getting that Z590, you're gonna be able to. You might not fully utilize it by putting in a locked i5 now, but if you're gonna be using that PC for a long time to come, you can just wait for 10700K prices to drop in like a year or two, and then pop it in afterwards. All right, we got Kaka PP. With the, is that? Wait, what's CA? Is that? That's not Canadian, is it? Because that would be CAD. But anyways, with the super chat, we got Kaka PB saying consumerism is out of control, but PC companies take it to the next level of scumbaggery. Nvidia deserves to crash and burn. Nothing about this hobby is sustainable. It's depressing. I guess, can you elaborate on that more? Are you talking about like how people upgrade so often and companies keep pushing people to upgrade so often, and there's not people backfilling buying the used stuff as much, so we're gonna end up with a bunch of e-waste, and we're gonna, like, I don't know, go through all the silicon that's available in the world? I guess. What do you mean by that? I don't know if that's Canadian, Jason. That might not have been $10. But yeah, I don't know. Are we depleting the Earth's resources with how much tech is constantly coming out and how people are upgrading every year or two? I don't know how efficient e-waste recycling is. Like, how much of this stuff is reusable? Probably like the metals and stuff in it is, and maybe the batteries. But in terms of like the silicone itself, that's something beyond my knowledge. So. Okay, so we just did a bunch of price searching for stuff, and yeah, it looks like it just makes sense to go 12th gen right now, and I still think it makes sense to go 10th gen if you're like really cutting it close in terms of money, right? But now let's take this build and modify it. So this was $600. We came pretty close to it. If you go and get a different power supply from like EVA B stock, and then maybe find that's pretty much all you can do, though, and go for an 8610. We would easily hit that $600 price point. But I feel like it's not worth going to the 8610. Spend the extra $10 to get the nicer motherboard so it can last you longer. So that's why we're a little bit over. I guess with the rebate, it brings it down to here. Notice how we only who crapped on Nvidia? Not me, right? Just Kaka PP. Okay, so for this build, let's modify it now to see. Ooh, I gotta make sure I don't go AFK. Get a 3-hour queue and WoW. Let's if I were to modify this for an $800 build, we're definitely going with the 1 terabyte hard drive. And we're gonna go with a budget one, because honestly, I've used plenty of budget ones. In terms of loading times and boot up speeds, they're fine. And if you're transferring stuff, how often are you transferring like huge, you know, like 20, 30 gigabytes at a time? It's not that big of a deal. But look at these. Look at all these 1 terabyte drives for 60. Okay, I'm gonna at least go with a brand that I recognize. Time Tech, never heard of it. We're gonna go with the Team Group MP33. I've actually used that drive before. Okay, so modifying this build for $800. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious. We gotta up the graphics card. But what can we get for this price point? I mean, we're not gonna be able to fit a 6700 because those are like $450 still. But 6600 XTs looks like the cheapest one we can get is the Power Color Fighter from Newegg for $310. So we'll see at that point. Now we're at $706. Jason Whitmer says, my old company used to sell Time Tech stuff. I'm sure the SSD is fine, but at basically the same price, I would rather choose a brand that I'm you know, more aware of. If it was like at a huge discount, yeah, I would choose the Time Tech just so I could check it out. But yeah, they were priced similarly enough. So Yeah, and the thing about PC part pickers, you can't really do combos. So, here's a deal that Shauna just linked. It looks like there's a combo here. I guess you could do a custom. So we got a, let's see, 150 for 30. Is that? Yeah, 32 gigabytes of RAM. So that's about right, because we were just looking at like $60 SSDs and then $90. I bet we could fit 32 gigabytes without using that combo deal in here. It's gonna be different brand stuff, but let's up the memory to 32. Even though for $800, I would still personally stick with 16 gigabytes. Let's see what the cheapest. Oh, where is it at? Where's the... It's not letting me choose? How about now? Okay. So we can get 2x16 silicone power. That same kit was $80. So we got 80 bucks there, and then... So it's about the same price. It works out. Actually, no. We would have to get a slightly cheaper drive. But we're coming up on 740. Actually, I kind of want to see... Now, we're not going to be able to fit a 60... We might be able to fit a 6700. Do they have those here? Yeah, Amazon has a lot of combo deals. We got a Sapphire Pulse 6700. I think these were really close to... When I looked at the side-by-side benchmarks, the 6700 versus 6600 XT, so this is going for what? 370, and then you could get a 6600 XT for 310. Yeah, I don't think it's worth the upgrade between the 6600 XT and 6700. I don't think it's worth the $60 increase in price. Robert Cow says, hey, what's up, Robert? Long time no see. Did you see that crazy Nuck MinisForum is releasing? Looks pretty cool. I did not. Do you have the full name of it? We could probably pull it up. So you mean a 3060 or 6600 XT, right? Jason? Remember we talked about this? Was there a 6650? Oh geez. Oh geez. Okay, let's see. We'll put 60. It's not on the filter. Oh, this filter is killing me. Why? Let me see if I can find a 6650 to get that basically overclocked performance. The Power Color Hellhound one. Ooh, I like the Hellhound. Okay, we can put the 6650 in there. Might as well, just because it's $5 more, and I would say it's better. The Hellhound is way better than the fighter model. Okay, so let's pull this up in a second. Well, for an $800 build, there's not much we're changing here. I mean, I would say power supply in case we would keep the same. We're at 750 almost. And we don't have enough room to upgrade the graphics card. We already have 1 terabyte drive. We're already pushing... If we go back to 16 gigabytes, I think we might be able to do something here. Let me see. Let me see what we can do here. What's the cheapest RAM we can... It is the silicon power. So we go with the 16 gigabytes of silicon power. And then... we have almost $100 to work with. What's the cheapest 6700 XT available? Boom, ASRock Challenger. Let's go. Here we go. I think, did we just do a $800 after mail-in rebate dollar 6700 XT build with a 12100F, which wouldn't be too outlandish. If you're playing at 1440p, that 12100F should be able to handle it just fine. But I mean, another $60 will probably up you up to a 12400. Yeah, this is crazy. I mean, obviously we're going with like budget, like the most bottom, you know, budget memory, the most budget SSD. But here we go. This would work if you're trying to push the most out of like the graphics performance. This build for $800 is pretty solid, and a pre-built company is gonna definitely be charging you like $1,200 to $1,300 for something like this. And they'll pair it with slightly better stuff, but let's see. So $800 670XT i3 12100 build. So this is pretty, I mean, if you're trying to make this computer last 4 years or something, I would say put the extra $50 in, get, you know, a better case, get a good power supply, and maybe up it to an i5. But other than that, this would be a very solid build for someone who just cares about playing PC games and doesn't care about like aesthetics as much or anything like that. But yeah, I'm very surprised. I can't believe the 6700 XTs are basically floating around 400 now. It's making it a lot easier to do stuff like this. Now it's making me feel bad because I'm doing a $1,000 6700 XT build coming up soon. So I know you're mainly PC, but what's a pretty good microphone? Chat, does anyone have good microphone suggestions for Tommy TX? Because honestly, I am not a person that stresses over camera gear or mic gear. If it works, it works. I have pretty like cheap stuff. Well, this NZXT mic they sent me to use, but like for my camera, it's I'm using like a Canon Rebel. So yeah, I'm not a Coalition Gaming. Chris, if you're in the chat, help Tommy TX out, please. Yeah, I mean, before this, I used the Blue Yetis, which I bought like for $50 used, and those work just fine. I actually like the Blue Yeti a lot. And then I bought a Yeti Nano for about $50 as well on OfferUp in my local market. I've had no problems with them. Honestly, there's a ton of like even cheaper mics that you can buy for 30 or $40 if you do equalizer stuff to make it sound good. But I felt like the Blue Yeti out of the box, they go on sale often too. I thought it sounded good. Okay, so now we're gonna push to $1,000. What would you do to this build if you had $1,000 now? So we're going up from 800 to 1,000. Which, by the way, if anyone has anything they want me to look at, feel free to look in the description below. There's there is the instructions on how to get me to look at it on Twitter. Basically, tag me, and then we can look at that. If you want, you know, any specific advice on your current PC, what to upgrade, etc. Because we do have a lot of time for user submissions today. I'm about to be done with this $1,000 build. Hey, don't make fun of my 6700 XT. It's been running these streams and playing World of Warcraft Wrath of the Lich King Classic with no problems. But okay, yeah, we're definitely gonna, if you have $1,000, I don't think you should be on an i3 anymore. So let's take a look at this, and how much are 12600s going for? See, okay, so they're at least $50 more than 12400s. Yeah, because 12400F is 175. Plus, I won't feel guilty about keeping that V660 in there. 16 gigs of RAM, we're still going to keep that. See, we have so much more money that we can finally choose a better case. Once you start getting to $1,000, there's not many more options. Like for the graphics card, I don't think we're going to be able to push past the 6700 XT. But we do have more to spend. So you can go a little bit more premium on the case. Let's, oh my goodness, AeroCool cases are so cheap. You can get a Deep Cool Mach Cube. Let's see what else. Wow, there's so many cases that are compatible with this. We have so many choices. So here's that Mach Cube 310p. Okay. Montech X3 is gonna have some RGB fans in it. Yeah. So what's this case that Shauner just posted? New case. Alright. Ooh, I've seen these cases before. I don't know what those straps in the front are. It's not like you're going to be grabbing onto that when you pick this up, right? But this one after the promo is actually really good. See, this isn't popping up on PC Part Picker, is it? Maybe if I search for it specifically, it might pop up. So Asus Tough GT301. Yeah, they're decorative. Just supposed to look like an armor crate. So we can actually add that on here, and it'll be even cheaper. Yeah, because it's only 56. But this one's for 61 bucks. It's not even that, or 69. We still have room to work with. But the power supply, we can keep that. You could usually find like a decent C-tier power supply at 600 watts, which will be able to power 6700 XT. So there's not much else to change here, but we still have about 100 bucks. I don't think we can go up to a 6800. The cheapest 6800 is going to be 579. Yeah, so that's almost 180 bucks more. Well, no, yeah, Shauner, I would go for EVJB stock for this one, but we can't put that on there. So I'm just gonna put a $40 power supply in there, and it gives you a lot of flexibility. So I'm not saying specifically go with the BA, even though it will be fine, but just for the convenience of the PC part picker and not having to do custom stuff. Yeah, for the graphics card, we might. I mean, you can fit a 3070 in here if you want. You can get this one. So if you really wanted to spend the extra $90 for a 3070 because you needed the NVENC or RTX broadcast, you can do we're basically at $1,000, and we got a 3070 12400F in this build. This is, I think, a very solid build that we're looking at right here. Oh yeah, no problem, Shauner. Thanks for all the linking to the outside of PC Power Picker stuff, by the way. I appreciate it. Because it's still good to look at other stuff that might not pop up on here. But yeah, for $1,000, I mean, what can you really complain about this build for right here? We've got pretty much everything you need that will last you a while. Or you can make it a $900 build going with the 6700 XT, up to you. But yeah, so I think we just pretty quickly put together some pretty good builds at the $600, $800, and $1,000 price point. Thanks for bringing that up, Shauner. But a pre-built company for a build like this right now, they're charging anywhere from like $1,400 to $1,500 for these specs. Obviously, they're gonna give you slightly nicer memory, maybe slightly nicer SSD in a case, but for the same performance level, yeah, this is pretty crazy right here. $984. Pretty much have everything you need to play at 1440p, and on esports you can go 4K, I guess. But yeah. Thoughts on Blanchy dying in the Cataclysm? No thoughts on that. We're not even at the Cataclysm yet, so we'll get there once Classic rolls around there, but okay. Oh man. So I think we do have some notifications here. Oh yeah. So if y'all want to hear, I need to retweet this. But the net guy and I rode scooters around Seattle. He got these scooters in, but I just retweeted on my Twitter. If you guys want to watch his video about it, he had me in his video. So thanks to the net guy for that. I totally forgot to retweet this out earlier today, but okay. So yeah, for the most part, there's no user submission stuff that people want to specifically do, so we can just chill for a bit here, and I'll just be taking stuff from the chat. Hey y'all, I just did an MSI pre-built, but my Windows from the last PC did not show. What to do? Reinstall PC, the MSI PC posted in BIOS. Okay, so let's help out Darnell here. So you just did a MSI pre-built? So did you mean you just bought an MSI pre-built computer? And then what did you do? Move your storage device over from your old PC to your new one? And now you can't find it? How old was your old system? Because this is a pretty common problem. If you're on something that's like, I don't know, Haswell or like around that, even Skylake sometimes, moving the drives over, Windows doesn't always like that. And I don't know what the solution is, because like the Windows boot manager either gets messed up or just it gets like corrupt in some way. Well, changing the, yeah, so when you go into the BIOS, if you have your old drive plugged into the new pre-built system that you have, you should be able to, when you're trying to exit the BIOS, there should be an option to choose the specific drive you want to boot from. Does it show up there? There's usually also a kind of like a device manager or hardware manager in the BIOS to show you what's plugged in. Is your drive even recognized? Patrick McGovern says, I hate those scooters. So these are the ones that we had were, yeah. So the scooters are all over the place. Here in Seattle too. There's like tons of them around. These ones are, these are personal ones, right? So just, you don't leave them around. You either carry them with you or lock them up when you like get to a place. But it was my first time on an electric scooter, and I thought it was really fun. It went relatively fast. But yeah, that was a fun video to make. We woke up at like 8 a.m. to go and hit up all the Seattle spots, but yeah, that sucks when people just place them in like just all over the place and not, you know, out of the way. Oh yeah, the MinisForum thing. So we can do this. All right, so MinisForum. I think they might have emailed me about this to like review, but I don't know. Let's see, MinisForum. Yep, MinisForum has reached out to me multiple times about their stuff. So, all right, let's see. What is this? Then so these are the Nux, and what are the specs inside of them? Which one did you want me to specifically look at? So they do have some, are they all around the $400 price range? The highest end seems like a really good deal. Okay, let me look at the products. What is the highest end one? Is it, I guess we have to go shop. Is it 550? This one? Let me see, 560. Yeah, they have a bunch of them. So maybe I'll open a couple of them. Oh no, this one right here. This is the most high-end one. Almost $1,000. Is this one that you want to look at? What is in this? Oh, okay. Well, this is... Oh, yeah. So this is what... I think Random Gaming in HD... I saw him post a tweet about it. I didn't see the video yet. Yeah, okay. Alright, so... How big is this thing? Where's the dimensions at? Dimensions. So this thing looks like a laptop on a laptop stand. So how big is this thing? Do they not show the dimensions on here? Why is it product dimension? It's empty. Why? Okay. So this thing has an 11th gen i5 and a RTX. So if you go with 3070, it's $1,000 bucks. But this is also bare bones. So if you wanted to kit it out with, wow, these options. 32 gigabytes of RAM. Yeah, so this is if you really need the portability, but I still have no idea how big this thing is. Is this as big as basically like a router or a modem? Because I'm imagining this is as big as like a laptop, but it might be a lot smaller. Interesting question by Sean Flores Jr. Do you think it is good for next gen AMD not to support DDR4? So I'm trying to think of this because I don't remember when we made the hop over to DDR4 how much more expensive it is, or it was, than DDR3. But at the moment, DDR5 is for like comparable side by side, like not high-end BDI or anything. It's about double the price of DDR4. So is it a good or a bad thing? I don't think it's either. It's just a natural progression of tech. I think AM5 being on DDR4 would be pretty weird though if they decided not to go up to DDR5 with it, just because DDR5 has been out for long enough now that anything coming out should be using it as a standard. So it seemed this seemed exceptionally thin in Random Gaming's video. Okay. Yeah, at this point, I think you can find laptops. Well, because this is upgradable. Let me see. So this is using, okay, essentially laptop memory. I'm trying to see where. So the CPU, it's changeable, right? Wait, no, it's 11400H. So that's a mobile one, I believe. So that means it's not changeable. There's no upgradability. 11th gen. Yeah, so it's mobile. So my issue with this is, why would I not just buy a laptop? You can find i5 3060 laptops, let's see, with I guess 16 gigabytes of RAM for around $1,000. So why would I not get a laptop where I get an included keyboard, touchpad, and monitor, where if I don't want to use it as a laptop, I can put it on a stand and use it as exactly as how you would use this system. But if I wanted to undock it and take it to class, take it to a coffee shop, I would use the laptop. So I don't see it. I personally don't see a use case for something like this versus a laptop. Check Twitter just now. Okay, will do, Shauner. Oh, there we go. We got some update. Oh, people. All right, so we got 3 things from users submitted, but I want to finish the discussion on this first. Like, in what world would you buy this thing over a laptop? Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah. No worries, Robert. I'm not trying to, like, crap all over this or, like, put you down on this because this is very unique, but I'm like, a very practical person. So, if I could find a better solution or a cheaper solution, then that makes more sense, I would definitely go to that. I'm pretty sure this is smaller than a laptop. Looking at it again, this looks like it might be the size or slightly bigger than like a PlayStation 2 Slim or a DVD case. So it is, I think it's going to be smaller than a typical 15-inch laptop. So, yeah, see, I'm sure there are unique use cases for this, which is why this company can charge this much, and people would still buy it because they needed it. But yeah. Okay, so we'll go to the user submission. So we got Japoye with their build. What case is this? Oh, this is, it looks like the NZXT something Flow. With the front filter taken off, but we've got these. Oh, wait. Whoever this person is, they're playing Minecraft, and they got a white build. But I can't really see much inside because of the reflection on the tempered glass. All right, Japoye, thanks for the submission. And then we got, okay. I found a guy who used the $50 MSI case on Reddit. Alright, finished my first PC build, submitted 8 hours ago on Reddit. Finished my first PC build after a couple of tweaks and improvements. What are your thoughts? So, yep, that is the case that I was just talking crap about earlier. They do have a, it looks like a easy DIY fab. Vertical GPU mount, riser cable. But let's see what they have here. Dang, that goes together well. To purple, but other than that, have fun. Okay, sweet rig. Yeah, so I'm not a fan of the case, but you know, after like a week or two, I'd be like, whatever. A case just holds and protects your parts and gives you a power button to turn it on. Actually, let me ask you guys this question. So the question for you guys is, does the novelty of having a pretty PC sitting next to you wear off over time? Because like when you first build a PC, right, you're super excited. You know, you take all the pictures, you show your friends or post on Reddit or Twitter and stuff like that, and you're super excited about it. But after like a month, after half a year, after a full year, do you still look at your PC and like all over it? Or is it like, yep, that's my PC, I built it a year ago and it does what I need it to do? Like, a lot of people looks like they're voting yes. So yeah, I mean, aesthetics and everything are cool to like, you know, showcase, but over time, you just use your PC for what it is. Like, I don't look at my case and awe and, you know, go crazy over it. I do like the fact that it has a handle for the LAN parties, and I like that it's small because it doesn't take up a lot of space on my desk. But besides that, like, yeah, I don't think it's worth, for me personally, spending a ton on aesthetics, because that, to me, that's not important. It's always been about performance and the right price for me. So Jason Whitmer says, I clean my new car every other day for 6 months now. LMAO. So for those of you who didn't know, Jason is a rich guy with a Tesla, so that's why he cleaned his car every other day for 6 months. But Jason saw what my car looks like, and yeah, I've only washed my car once in the 8 years I've had it. Philip Tran says, I used to have a huge thing for RGB. Now I don't even stare at it anymore and took most of it off. Yeah, so that's the thing. It's funny because in one of the LAN party stories, Nick made a good point about that. It's like, oh yeah, the PC's cool and everything, but after a while, it doesn't matter. Oh yeah. Telling people what car you drive is not doxing you, okay? Alright, Shauner says, it doesn't totally wear off. It definitely wears off a bit, but I'll look at my PC and think, damn, that's sick. Aesthetics over and everything mentality, yeah. So, I'm sure Zach is like that too, because... Actually, I wonder what Zach is like. I want him to answer this question, so maybe I'll have to tune in and stream tomorrow and ask him. Though Zach doesn't pay attention to the YouTube chat as much as he does the Twitch chat, so I've said stuff before that he never sees, because his YouTube chat moves definitely slow enough where he should be able to see it, but yeah, he focuses on the Twitch chat. Robert Cow says, after my like third PC, I no longer cared about the aesthetics that much. Yeah, that's definitely a sentiment shared by a lot of people. Oh yeah, Reddit. I should put this on dark mode. Let me see if I can. Nope, I can't because I'm in incognito. Sorry I blinded you. But okay, let's move on to the next thing. Alright, then we got Shauner's build up next, which, why can't I open this in a new tab? Oh no, I need to jump, so I'm not... I have not gone AFK in WoW. That is surprising. Alright, here we go. So next we got Shauner's post, who is in the chat right now. Okay, finished a couple of builds today. Are you flipping these? Where are you flipping them at, Shauner? But we got finished a couple of builds. We got our budget i5 6400. Oh, for some reason I read i5 and then I thought 6400 as in the AMD graphics card. But all right, so you've got a Skylake i5 6400. and then a GTX 970 PC build, and then a Ryzen 5 2600X 27 Super. This one is very solid. This other one's getting a little bit older. How much are you trying to get for each of them? But let's look at this. Shauna with his aesthetics over everything mentality. This is a pretty sick looking build. This looks like an older case. You can tell, not an older case, but at least one that's designed for, you know, the 5 1/4 optical drive here, or I guess fan controllers, wherever you want to put here. Both flips probably gonna post local in Java. How much are, okay, so without knowing too much more, this i5 6400 and a 970 build, are you gonna post this for like 450 or 500? That would be my guess for you to still make a profit for your you know, and putting things in like a aftermarket cooler as well as these builds. But then for this one, let me guess, 2070 Super, how much are these going for? I would guess this one, 2600X 2070 Super, you would list this for maybe 800. How close or far am I? So like 500 and 800 for flips where you make a profit on it. So, okay, 450-ish for the i5 one. Okay, so I was about $50-ish within the ballpark. I don't know how much you're trying to make in terms of, like, what would be profit for you. Are you making, like, 100 to 150 bucks on each of these builds? But, yeah. Okay, yeah, I mean, that's exactly how much I would have placed these at. So, nice, nice. Brian Robinson, working on a build right now, listening to stream, 5600X 2060 Super, and a 1TB NVMe with a Lian Li 205 mesh. Very solid specs on everything there. Is this, you're working on a build right now? Brian, are you a flipper as well? I forget. Or is this for someone that you know, or what? But Shauna, as always, very beautiful looking builds. Yeah, you do have the color scheme going very well on both of these. I like this green and black one. For having lower specs and older specs, it looks very, very solid. Okay, here we go. Japoye reposted these, and here are some builds with, or some pics without the Japoye. You should let us know what your specs are, because I can't remember it if you posted it in the previous streams before. Alright, what price range do we think would be fair for a 5600X, which right now we're going for like 170, I guess. 2060 Super, 1TB. That's 2060 Super. How much are those going for? We're gonna go buy it now. It's been a while since we see graphics card prices, especially on AMD side. Things are so priced so well right now. You don't even really need to go to eBay for graphics cards anymore. But it looks like you can get working ones for around $250. Yeah, because that's the price of a 6600 right there. But all right, let's see. For what would be the price of Brian's 5600X? So that plus that will be our 500 already. 550, 600, 700. I mean, probably 900 bucks. How much did you spend on all of that? I would think 900, if you got deals, you should be able to net 100 bucks for labor build fee. Because I think all those parts together should be around 800. Me and Shauna, we're on the same wavelength. All the pricing so far has been basically the same. We both said 900 on this, and I didn't even see his chat before I said that. So, oh, Japoye, you have a 10400F and an RX 6600. Cool, cool, cool. Yo, we need to see more RX 6600 and 6600 XT builds out there. $300 and $250 respectively. Come on. Yeah, 900. Yep, I would say that is a very fair price for that build. And you know, for people who are buying for the first time and stuff, that's gonna give them very good performance at a low price. So, Jason Whitmer, what are you thinking about? Philip Kwan, 0 AMD for me. Why? Why 0 AMD for you? Is it just disliking what AMD has to offer? I wonder, are people selling RX 6600s used yet? How much can you buy these for? Oh my goodness, 215? Oh, I wonder if these were mined on. Wait, is this a scam? No, it's not. This person has 100% feedback, 900 ratings. Wow. Yo, I mean, at this point, actually, 215 plus tax for me would be 235 free shipping. That is dirt cheap. But you could, the reason I would buy used over new, even though it seems like it's not that much more, because of the tax on the new. So it would be 230 or 275 on Amazon. So, you know, you want to save 40 bucks, which isn't an insignificant amount of money, you could go used. But wow, yeah, so eBay is a good place to you can turn to. Patrick McGovern says, I need to get an AMD GPU again. You do. Give it a shot. So in the PAX video, actually, I don't want to spoil it. That video is not gonna be out for a couple of weeks because I have other stuff coming up first. But in the PAX video, there was definitely more people who say Nvidia, but it seems like more people are becoming open-minded to giving AMD a shot on their next upgrade. Why does it matter if they were mined on? That's usually a good sign that it wasn't raped. Depends on how long. Well, when someone mines on it, you don't know how they ran the systems. Sure, they could undervolt and things like that, but they could also have been running the fans at 100% speeds to keep the temperatures down. So, you know, because in a mining farm, there's so many graphics cards, so it's like very warm, and you know, if they want to optimize on the cooling. So with the mining, it's the risk of a used card, not specifically for mining, but I guess just any used card. Patrick McGovern actually likes the Adrenaline software better than GeForce Experience. Do you know how much fans cost? Let me see. Replacement fan. At that point, you can buy a new card. Replacement fan for, let's see, for the Eagle card specifically, because that's what we found. Let's say you bought this Eagle one. Well, it looks like you can't even find... Actually, this is actually a good conversation. Philip Kwan. I'm glad you brought this up. If I wanted to find because let's say I bought this $250 gigabyte, you know, RX 6600 Eagle one, and the fans were shot, and I didn't know that, where can I find a replacement one? Because I usually look to eBay for fan replacements, but I'm not finding it here. I'm finding it for the Power Color Dataland. So I need a 3-fan one, right? So are fans really that easy to replace? Because in the past, I found that they haven't, especially for older cards. Maybe, yeah, for these newer cards, I'm only seeing 2. And it costs 20 bucks already, just for fans. Why not just get a new card at that point? If fans were like 5 to 10 bucks, sure. But let me see if I can find like a... You need to search via part number. Okay, let's go through this exercise real quick, because I haven't had to replace... I've only bought like 1 replacement fan in my entire life. Because usually the cards that I get don't have fan issues, but let's see RX 6600 Eagle OC fan part number. This is gonna be interesting. So how can I find these fan replacements? Here we go. So this is a GPUFanReplacement.com. I've never seen this website before. Dave Collins says 100% fans on are better than fan ramping up and down all the time. So really, they will last longer at 100%. But what about people? Because if they're running at 100% for a year versus someone who only turns their computer on for 8 hours a day, would you still consider... I don't know what the statistics are behind it and the science behind it, but are you saying that a fan running for 365 days, never shutting down, should be in better condition than that same graphics card if it was run 8 hours a day for 365 days? Okay, Gigabyte. So look at how expensive these are on some of these. So these are for last generation cards. We're looking at already, and there's probably shipping costs. Is it free shipping? We don't know. But 35 bucks just for the fans. For this one, 22 bucks. So RX 6600. And order from AliExpress. So let me see if I can even find it. So 30 bucks here. 6600. Okay, is this Gigabyte? Yeah, so here are the 3 gigabyte fans. This one costs, right now it's on sale, but it's 25 to 35 bucks. So let me see if I can find the part number, and then we'll go to AliExpress. So now we're starting to get into like, okay, so now you're gonna have to wait 2 weeks to a month getting it from AliExpress and pay more for it, or just get the new card for like 30 bucks more. Which I know I said earlier, spending more money, you can always just say, oh, just spend more money. But we're starting to get to the point where if I have to order from AliExpress, I'm just going to get the Amazon card personally. But where's the part number on here? Shipping. Model. Here's the model. Wait 2 months with a broken GPU. Yeah. Yeah. So... at some point, you just got to spend the extra 20 bucks for the peace of mind of getting a new card, prime, next day shipping, than dealing with a used card, trying to replace the fans and all that stuff. I can't find the part number. It doesn't look like they have it on this website because they want you to only buy from here, which makes sense. Maybe AliExpress, we can just go straight there and look for the RX. They might just have it here without the part number. Gigabyte. Ah, here we go. So I see what you're talking about. Yeah, you're right. It's not the end of the world. $7, huh? Can I just buy one? Yeah, AliExpress is the website where you can buy one from. You don't have to buy... that's Alibaba if you're buying in bulk. Shipping is 47 cents. I will get it by October 4th. So about a month wait. But the fans are cheap. How many fans do you get? You get 3? Oh no, the 3-piece fan C. Oh, you gotta buy it because the fans... is this the one that has different size fans? But if you want the 3-piece slot, it's okay. So it's about $7 a fan. You're spending 22 bucks here. You must be getting a really good deal to make this worth it. Like we're talking like 175 bucks or something. Otherwise, I wouldn't bother with trying to replace it. Like the eBay card, so we're looking at $215 here plus 21 bucks. You're at $230. Yeah, I'd spend the extra 20 bucks just to get a brand new from Amazon. Assuming the fans are broken. We don't know if the fans are broken. We just got into that discussion because I just brought up the point that used cards, you don't know what maybe do replacing soon. Thermal pads, thermal paste. Thermal pads and paste are really cheap. I'm not worried about that. For me, it's the fans, but yeah. Good discussion though. You could also, like what Jason said, just strap some cheap fans that you already have, case fans. Just remove the fans from the shroud, strap some case fans on it, and call it a day. I think Linus did that. I'm not sure who popularized it, but I remember Linus did that with the... what case fans did he use? The Noctua ones. Yeah, you zip ties, and you're good to go. I see how much a 6600 XT is. Buy it now. Lowest price. Oh no. Oh no. I went AFK and wow. I think I might have a queue. Oh yeah, 9,000 queue. No. 3-hour wait time. Dang. Yeah, maybe they AFK'd me because all I was doing was jumping and not actually talking and moving. Or I just disconnected. But anyways, 6600 XTs, non-XT. Wow, they would post that So 6600 XT you can get for as low as 265 here, which on, or you can spend another 40 bucks and get it brand new. So yeah, I think these are priced good enough that you can fit these in many budget or like, you know, sub $1,000 builds without having to deal with used. But all right, we got some more Twitter submissions here. Kynan Wilson. We have a super RGB blinged out PC. i7 9700K, RTX 3060, 32 gig. Okay, very solid specs. And the 500 gigabyte SSD. So you only have one picture here, but you got G-Skill, the nice G-Skill Ripjaws RGB, as well as the XPG RGB. Wow. Yeah, you've got everything RGB here. The pump block, the SSD, the RAM, everything. So, a very pretty looking build. Here we go. I'm not sure I've ever asked this question yet. Is your PC good? Ask, I'm just gonna say Kynan Wilson. Is your PC good? The CPU is gonna be your next upgrade, so it's gonna be CPU motherboard. But this should still perform fine. You don't have super old parts in here, but you do have the 9700K. That's not hyper threaded, I don't believe. So you only have 8 core, 8 thread. Yep, 8 core, 8 threads. So yeah, that's starting to get dated, but for gaming, it should still be fine. But yeah, motherboard and CPU would be, everything else in your system is fine. Yeah, at least it's an i7. That's the good thing about it. Alright, we got K Carmelo. You're on a budget. What should I upgrade? Alright, so what should we upgrade in this build? We do have a cute kitty in your gaming chair. So here's your, looks like an iBuyPower build, pre-built, and then wow, did you upgrade this? What should you upgrade next? You have a 3800X, X570 motherboard, RTX 3080. Yeah, Western Digital Blue 2TB hard drive. What's your SSD in here? You have a 860, Samsung 860 EVO. That's a 2.5 inch drive, right? I would say now is about the time to get a NVMe drive because it looks like you don't have one. It looks, you just have a 2.5 inch drive and a 3.5 inch drive. Other than that, yeah, I mean, your graphics card is obviously fine. You have 32 gigabytes of Trident Royal RAM, that's fine. Sticking to the same motherboard, I mean, all you can really do is go up to like a 5800X or a Ryzen 9. What should you do for your next upgrade? I mean, I guess you could buy the new AM5 when it comes out, but I don't think you need an upgrade right now. EVOs can be M.2, yeah, they can, but not the 860. Yeah, so for this build, I would personally say, I feel like the 3800X should still perform pretty decently with the 3080. I don't know if I would recommend a one generation jump up to a 5800X. I would say, can you make this last like a year? So in that time, Ryzen 7 is going to be released. Then it's going to see some kind of price drops, and the motherboards will become more affordable in a year's time. Can you make that 3800X last? Because this, honestly, this system is pretty solid as it is. Are you just like really looking to upgrade, or is the performance not that good for what you want it for? Like, do you feel like the 3800X is holding back your 3080? I don't feel like it really should. Like, you should still be able to get like 144 hertz at least, you know, because the graphics card is going to be able to push that, and the 3800X should be able to handle that. So this is a, if anything, yeah, I would say upgrade your case. That's where I would upgrade, because that thing doesn't look like it has much airflow. But if you upgrade your case is going to last you, you can make it last like 5 years if you wanted to. So yeah. What do you guys think, though? The rear flange... Oh, wait. The rear fans need to be flipped? Yes. Okay, good catch. So this one looks like it's fine because it's exhausting here, but we do have air being pulled in right here in the back. So if you're going double intake on in the front, it would be ideal if these two are exhaust, which this one is already set up as exhaust, and this one needs to be flipped. Interesting. Wait. K Caramello. First of all, who are you in chat? Second of all, did you put that fan in there, or did iBuyPower send it like that? Because that would be a big oopsie on iBuyPower's part if they set it up with... I guess it would be pressure positive. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't look like a pre-built because of the part selection and everything, but... It is now changed? Okay. Oh, you do have an NVMe too? Caramello? Yeah, this is odd. What's the story behind this? Caramello? Was this something that you already upgraded from a past pre-built system that you had? Man, it is freezing down here. We got the AC on because it's hot upstairs, but basement is so cold. I just bought the case. Oh. Dip your cat in gold diamonds. Yeah. I wonder if this already had... Oh, so it looks like it's part mesh, part leather. But if the cat decides it wants to scratch it, then whoop, there goes your leather. And you got a GoPro up here too. But alright, let's move on to do that. Alright, that's pretty much it. So we're about an hour and 40 in the stream. Somehow we're able to fill the time up. Thank you to everybody in the chat. And thanks to Shauner for suggesting to do the $600, $800, and $1,000 PC build price points. But yeah, so stream kind of flew by. There's a lot to talk about. We found our way. You know, we just went with what chat had to say and all that stuff. Wait, one more. What's one more? But for the rest of the stream, let's say the next 15 minutes, because I am starving. I need to eat. For the next 15 minutes, I'm just gonna hang out and chat, and yeah, I can pull stuff up too, but I'm gonna focus on chat more. Caramello says, yeah, it's not a pre-build. I bought it for the side panel monitor. I thought it was cool at the time. Lol. Okay, no worries. Can we have gaming action the next... Y'all want gaming action? I think this is the only gaming action I will be able to give you for the time being. This is the gaming action I'm doing right now. Oh man, is anyone else in the chat playing Wrath of the Lich King Classic, by the way? I'm just sitting in queue right now. Oh, this is horrible. Oh well, I have to eat dinner and stuff. The queue should die down by nighttime, but yeah. Stream your WoW queue? Exactly, just sit here with the WoW queue. But yeah, I've been playing a lot of Wrath of the Lich King. I've been playing for 2 days, and I'm playing Ret Paladin this time around. And yeah. I've been kind of no-lifing it a little bit, so maybe this queue is a good thing for me. But yep, that's what we're doing. I'd probably not even bother going back if it weren't for my wife. Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean, Patrick? You'd probably not bother going... Are you playing with your wife? Because so, that's very cool. I could never convince my wife to play WoW. Oh, that's so cool then. Yeah. Got it. That's cool. To meet your wife over WoW. I met my wife online, but it wasn't through WoW. It was through a dating website. Shane Acker, my wife and I still play together. That's awesome. Yeah. The thing is, WoW is one of those games that can take up so much time so easily. Like, I could play WoW for 12 hours straight and not eat dinner or any food. It's that like consuming. So to be able to do that and double up on killing two birds with one stone, spending time with your wife, that would be awesome. Because if your wife's not into WoW or gaming, then that means that's less time for gaming for you to still have a healthy relationship. Brian Robinson says, have you played Elden Ring yet? I mean, the only time I played Elden Ring was on stream and a little bit off stream, but I couldn't get into it. Yeah, so I just use it for benchmarking now. Yeah, that's true. So when I was playing Lost Ark and No Lifing Lost Ark, that's when I bought my wife Zelda Breath of the Wild, and she no life Breath of the Wild, so we were both gaming on the couch at the same time. I was on a laptop, so that worked out very well. Now she started Stardew Valley, and this was Jason's recommendation, so I'm hoping that holds her attention so that I could get to max level in WoW, because right now to level up like fast before the actual expansion releases, I need to put a lot of hours into it. Have I played? No, I haven't played Stray yet. That's the cat game, right? I have not played that yet, but how much is that on Steam? Is that like a $20 game? It's a $30 game. I should probably play this with my wife at some point. Maybe when it goes on sale. Did you beat it? It's not a super... So I'm guessing Shauner beat it. Jason, did you beat it? Dude, Valheim. I would be down to play Valheim again. But Valheim is also one of those games where, like, you could easily sink a whole day into it and not realize where the time has gone. Because there's so much to do in Valheim, so much to gather, so much to farm. So, yeah. Yeah, I think right now, I think WoW is going to occupy most of my time. Just because of how much of a commitment it takes to, like, you know, to be caught up in it, so. Favorite game from PAX? Honestly, that VR game that we played was probably the coolest experience. I didn't play Lies of P at PAX, and then any of the other games I played, it was just like, you know, meh. Patrick McGovern, when you say probably try out GTA 5, do you mean the story mode? Or do you mean online? Because if you haven't played GTA 5 story mode yet, oh my goodness, there's so much that... I mean, when did I first play GTA 5 story mode? 2013 or 2014 when it came out? And I bought a PS3 specifically to play GTA because it didn't come out on PC for like 3 years. Yeah. GTA 5... such a good game. My goodness. The story mode, yeah, and online's fun too, but story mode on it is great. It's hard for me to go back and play though, because again, I have trouble playing single player games. That's probably why Elden Ring's a struggle for me. I'm very much like a kind of like big group online multiplayer gamer. So I tried Spider-Man out at the BenQ booth at PAX. It was alright, but I don't think I would buy it until it went on sale. I do like the open world web slinging. That's super fun. I could probably just do that for like hours. But yeah, I'm not paying full price for that for a remastered game. The thing about Valheim is that I feel like they're pretty slow with development. So it took them forever to like come out with the Mistlands and stuff. So I feel like people lost interest. Hey, have a good night, Smash TV. Lol, Minecraft looks like 1985 graphics. Yeah, I don't know, something about Minecraft. I am okay with voxel. So does everyone know what voxel graphics are? So it's just like using blocks and stuff, but I don't like there's so many like beautiful games that uses voxel style graphics. Like Cube World was one of the main like big ones. I like the ones games if they do use voxel graphics to have a smaller resolution. Minecraft, the blocks are too big for me. It just, I don't know, it throws me off so much. Whereas some of these other games, like what is this game?
What's up?
But it looks way better than Minecraft because you don't have these gigantic blocks making up the world. Like there's smaller cubes that just make it a finer resolution. So, but man, Cube World. Ah, Cube World. Why couldn't you work out? Yeah, Cube World was beautiful. Such a good looking game. I played Trove. I don't like it though because it's a free to play game where there's like, it's not pay to win, but Trove doesn't hold a candle to Cube World. Cube World, man, if it lived up to what it was supposed to be, it would have been such a good game. But it was the developer was so adamant about only him and his wife working on the game that they took forever with updates, and then they just kind of, I don't know, it was too much stress for them or something. But yeah, this was a great game. I love Minecraft with texture. Let's see what this looks like. Minecraft with textures and shaders. All right, let's take a look at it. Okay. Philip Trent says, and every time you go to a new zone, yeah. Oh, that's with the update. The original Cube World did not do that. Let's take a look at this. So the Minecraft textures actually look crazy good. This is with like ray tracing everything, right? Actually, let me see if I can find anything else. Okay. Actually, this does look a lot better. I'll give Minecraft that. But this is top 10 texture packs and shader combinations of a video showcasing that. So it does make, but then once you get to your little Minecraft person, it looks so bad. Yeah. One thing though is that I'm pretty lazy. I don't want to have to go through installing texture packs and all that stuff, especially if I might potentially be playing it on like two different systems, like my main PC and then my laptop. It's setting up the add-ons for like more than one systems is I found annoying, like even for WoW. What class do I play in WoW? Originally, I was a hunter for like most of my main WoW career. Coming back to Classic, I tried Warrior for the first time, Fury and tanking. And then now for Wrath of the Lich King, because we started on the fresh new server where everyone has to start over, resets the economy and everything like that. I'm playing a Ret Paladin for the first time. That's not in like, you know, one of these older expansions. I didn't play Ret Paladin until Warlords of Draenor originally. Jason plays games too. I play all races in Warcraft 3. That's Warcraft, right? Yeah, that is Warcraft. Which, dude, I don't know. Microsoft acquiring Blizzard and Activision. Is there hope for a Warcraft 4 RTS? Who knows? We'll see. I would totally be down for that, though. I missed Wrath because of college. But I got back into Cataclysm near the like my junior or senior year of college. So next Diablo, yeah. So Diablo 4, I don't know how I feel about that. I have mixed feelings about Diablo 3. I put a lot of hours into it, but Diablo 4, what can they really do aside from the updated graphics? Because I guess Diablo 3 came out in 2012, so it's over a decade old now. But besides upgraded graphics, can they really change that much about the gameplay or features? We'll see. Warcraft 4 of Clans, mobile only. Oh yeah, Warcraft. They're doing that mobile Warcraft game that they announced at BlizzCon, right? It looks so lame. I bought Diablo 2 Resurrected, but I couldn't get into it for whatever reason. Maybe like I can play Classic WoW all day long, and that's based on 2004 game. But going back to Diablo 2, which was what 1999 or 2000, isometric view, I couldn't do it. Hey, thanks for deleting that spam message, Jason. Fifi all day. I have a quest. Help. I have a 11600K. I want to update to the 11900K. Is it recommended or nah? Okay. So why do you want to upgrade to 11900K? That's my first question. Anytime someone says, should I upgrade, or like, is this a good upgrade? Before we even answer that, we gotta ask the question, what is the point of the upgrade? An 1100K is still a very solid processor. What are you trying to do that you, how much are, alright, let's take a look at this. How much are 11900Ks even going for? You can get them for, oh, B&H, so around 300 bucks it's looking like. So should you pick up a $300 processor right now? In Classic WoW, do you get items in the world and then return them to someone as part of the story? What do you mean by that? Do you get items in the world? You talking about like when you have to kill mobs and then turn them in for quests? If so, then yes. But I don't know if you're talking about anything else. But for Fifi all day's question, no PCI 4.0. Okay, next question. Why do you need PCIe 4.0? Have you seen benchmark comparisons with graphics cards, modern day graphics cards between PCIe 3.0 and 4.0? Unless you're on the 6500 XT. Even also, have you seen benchmark results with SSDs between PCIe 3.0 and 4.0? I don't think paying 300 bucks for PCIe 3.0 is worth it. Wait. Does it also 11600K should have PCIe 4.0, doesn't it? Am I smoking something here? 11600K PCIe 4.0. So why do you... Oh, no PCIe 4.0 in Gen 10. Okay, gotcha. You were answering Dave Collins. Yeah, smoking hunger, probably because I'm starving. Exactly, Philip. Because I played the trial and I got no cutscenes. The trial for Classic? I'm not sure what you're referring to. Jason plays games too. You played the trial and I got no cutscenes. The trial for what? Retail WoW or Classic? There's no trial for Classic WoW. But if he's playing a trial though, there's no Wrath of Lich King trial, right? Yeah, so Fifi all day. Honestly, I wouldn't upgrade that if I were you. I would wait longer. I don't know what graphics card you could have that would make that a worthwhile upgrade. Pillowcoon, running my 3080 Ti on a PCIe 3.0 because it looks cool with the riser and didn't notice any difference running at 4.0 anyways. Yeah, It's gonna depend on if you could saturate, you know, the bandwidth of PCIe 3.0, which not many cards can. So, hey, what's up, Jonathan? Talks Hardware. Your favorite emo girl? Question: I have an 11700K, 32 gigabytes RAM, and a 2080 Super, but I'm going to be upgrading 3080 Ti. Will my 850 watt PSU be enough? Yes, your 850 watt power supply will be enough. Assuming it's like, you know, not a crappy branded one. Oz Talks Homework? Is that what the HW is? Chapo, yeah, are you, asked, am I a Bleach fan? Or ever heard of the... Yeah, I've heard of the anime. I remember when Bleach first came to America through Cartoon Network. Am I excited for the return? Honestly, I never got into Bleach. So, yeah. Shauner's 3080 is on a PCIe 3.0 too. Yep, and it's not a problem. I've seen quite a few people try to chase and try to do platform upgrades specifically for PCIe 4.0. And I'm just like, why? Is it because it just sounds like a shiny new feature? Because you must not have looked at the benchmarks if you're trying to spend money just for that upgrade. Like, for SSDs and graphics cards are what people are going to care most about, and it's like negligible. Julius Caesar asks, or Julius Caesar, is it a hard bottleneck if I get a 3080 paired with the Ryzen 5 2600 and B450 motherboard? Yeah, so Fifi all day, Fifi all day. I hope you don't upgrade and save yourself some money. Just keep with the 11600K for a while. Alright, Julius Caesar. Okay. Okay, I think a Ryzen 5 2600 will start to bottleneck the 3080 a little bit. That's not a common pairing that I could easily look up resources to see. But at that point, yeah, I think you're going to get some bottlenecking. Do you already have that in your system? A lot of times people ask like, hey, this is in my system. Is it bottlenecking? You have the hardware to see if it's bottlenecking. Like, I don't have every single pairing of CPU and GPU out there, but you, as the owner of a PC with those specs, there are ways you could check to see if it's bottlenecking or not. One quick check I would say is to play with your graphics settings and your resolutions and see when you up those things, is your frame rate not going up anymore? And that's usually an indication of CPU bottlenecking. But yeah, for me to say how much a 2600 would bottleneck a 3080 versus like a 5600X, it's hard without, you know, the actual hardware in front of me to test. So all right, we are getting to the end of stream now though, so I do want to thank everybody for coming again. Oh, I forgot to put up the... Man, I keep on forgetting to put up the membership shout out. This actually isn't an updated list, so I need to update this for any of the new members out there. But this is the same one that I showed last week, so yeah. But other than... Jonathan Talks Hardware. I saw you on the Net Guys Go Tracks video. Yeah, I brought that up earlier in the stream today. So it's on my Twitter. Definitely go check it out. But if you get a chance. But yeah. Hopefully there's more to talk about or do next week. But anything else before we end it for the night and I get to having dinner? What's everyone having for dinner tonight? I'm going to be having leftover food from a place called Katsu Burger here in Washington. I have fries and some chicken and pork nugget things left. I have not watched Power of the Ring yet. Is that all out or is it releasing by the week? I will probably watch Lord of the Rings, Power of the Rings or whatever once it's all released. Katsu Burger Pog, indeed, with the Drebler Gaming Group. When is the next LAN video? So, about that. Trying to do it this month, but it is very difficult to when WoW is calling me. Nah, I'm gonna try to get it out by the end of September. You had, what is Slim Chickens? Is that a restaurant, Philip? Grilled cheese, says Kevin No. Just grilled cheese, or grilled ham and cheese, or grilled cheese with tomato soup, or just grilled cheese? What are you eating that grilled cheese with? You had a sub and some Carolina Reaper cheese curls. That sounds spicy. The girl is pretty beautiful. Okay, so with the Lord of the Rings thing, even though I haven't watched it, I've seen that there has been like drama online about them not sticking to Tolkien's vision, and I think it's mostly due to what? Darker skinned elves. Is that the issue? Due to racists? Yeah. Would it be fair to call them racists? Is this okay? We're starting to get into like political stuff and like no topics, but Tolkien has never specified the race of the races. That's right. And then people are saying like, oh, they're elves. They've lived in forests their entire life. They should not have dark skin. I'm sure you can come up with some reason to retcon it to explain why they have darker skin for one reason or another. I honestly have no issues with dark-skinned elves. But it seems like a lot of people do have issues with it. So I think those, yeah. Hopefully nobody in this chat has issues with it, because I would like to think that a lot of the people who follow and watch my content are, you know, don't swing too far one way or the other politically, and yeah, has issues with that. I would think hopefully we can all band together and agree that, you know, that should be an issue. They also think that Jesus was white, so they don't know crap. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so everyone gets angry at something these days. I just ignore it. Yeah, I try to ignore it too, but being on social media, or like, you know, doing YouTube and almost having to be on social media, I see it because Twitter either suggests it, or someone likes something or comments on something that it just brings it into my feed. But yeah. I don't watch it, but if I didn't, that would not be the reason at all. Yeah, so we'll see. I'll probably watch it at some point. But all right, I gotta have dinner now. Hopefully you all had a great time to stream. Thank you everyone for coming, as always, keeping the stream chat lit, you know, and giving us topics to go over and things like that. Hope everyone has a great rest of your night or day, wherever you're from. Have a great rest of your week, and then have a great weekend coming up. I'm probably gonna no life WoW all weekend trying to get to max level, but also there will be a video on Friday regardless of if stock X responds, so be on the lookout for that, and I'll see you in the comments there. Other than that though, take care out there, be safe, and I will see you in the comments of the next stream and or video. Bye everyone, have a good night.